Okay, if you are Swiss or German and you're about to sit one of the higher level Cambridge exams, this is a very useful video for you because we are looking at the top 10 English mistakes of the Swiss and Germans at advanced and proficiency level. And I have identified these top 10 mistakes simply from teaching Swiss and Germans for the last 4 years in preparation for Cambridge exams. Let's look at number 1, and I can do it. That is wrong. It should be. I can't do it. This person has placed a negative auxiliary into a sentence that only required that the modal be made negative, so I can't do it. This is actually not so common at the higher levels, so if you are making this type of mistake, you probably be only just advanced or maybe slightly lower. Let's look at number 9, and we have sportive and touristic. These are two adjectives that are commonly used and are incorrect. In English, we say sporty and touristy. Touristic and touristy sound very similar, particularly when you say them quickly, but this is definitely the correct English version. Let's look now at number 8, and on this picture, that should be in this picture. Now this is extremely important if you are doing a Cambridge exam because in the speaking paper you will be required to speak about pictures that are placed in front of you, so you need to know that it's in this picture so that you can point at a picture and describe it correctly. The next one, number 7, medicaments. Now this is close, but in English we say medicine or medicines. Medicine is when it's uncountable, so you could say I need medicine or bring me some medicine. Or when we want to talk about different types of medicine, we can say medicines. Moving to number 6. I am for sure happy. The problem here is that for sure has been placed in the wrong position. It should really have gone, well, it should definitely have gone at the end, I am happy for sure. But what I find is that if you place definitely here instead, you'll be more likely to fix the problem. When I tell students, Swiss students in particular, to put for sure at the end of the sentence or at the end of the clause, for some reason they're not able to fix the error and they just keep repeating it anyway. But if I tell them to start using definitely much more in their everyday speaking, they get into the habit of using definitely, they just substitute it for where they would normally put for sure, and it actually fixes the problem. So this is a better solution than putting this in the correct place. The better solution is just to use the adverb definitely. Right, let's go to the next one. One moment here. Okay, so we have number 5, and that is since 2 weeks. This is easy enough to fix. You put for 2 weeks. 2 weeks is a length of time. Since is used for periods of time, like since Tuesday, since September, since 2008, since I graduated from high school. For a length of time, we use for. Moving to number 4, and we have the quotation marks or the speech marks or the direct speech marks. Germans and Swiss will want to put 99 and 66 most of the time. What you need to do and one down and then one up. In English, we want to put them both in the up position or in the high position, and it's 66 and 99. So you've got 99 and 66. We do 66 and 99 in English, and both in the up position. There's no such thing as sort of this lower position in English. Alright, we want to move now to number 3. One moment. Number 3. Okay, number 3 is informations. Now, information is uncountable, so it should be information. You can never put an S on informations. There's no situation where I've ever seen that as correct. I think it's impossible. So it's pretty easy to fix. Never put an S on the end of information. Moving to number 2, and I go to the beach now. What you're showing here is a present intention as indicated by the word now. So that should have been, I am going to the beach now. Normally with students, say in a proficiency class, when they're doing some sort of written work, they can easily use the correct tense here. They see it, no problem. But then they close their books, they stand up and they say, I go to the beach now. So the problem is that it's something you have to get into the habit of doing. And if there's something that you're just about to do, you have to say, I am going. So the present continuous. If we were to take away the word now and it was just I go to the beach, you would be indicating a habit or something that you regularly do. Moving to number one, the main problem that I've noticed, and that is if I would have studied, I would have passed. The problem here is this would. Well, to be honest, it's the would have. It should be if I had studied, I would have passed. What we're looking at here is the third conditional, but it applies as well to the second conditional. I see it a lot with the second conditional as well. Students seem to want to put a modal with the if, so in the if clause. That's not what we want. We want to have, in the second conditional, it would be a past, simple past verb. In this case, we have the third conditional, so it's the past perfect. So the point being here is don't put would or don't put a modal with if in the if clause. There are exceptions to this. The main one is when you want to be polite. You could say something like, if you would like to take a seat here, sir, something like that. So for politeness, you can sometimes put a modal with the if, but you need to understand that grammatically, modals really don't go in the if clause. So there are exceptions, but watch out for this and be very aware of yourself when you're using it. I hear it constantly, and it's a very hard one to fix. Okay, so good luck with that, and hopefully you can get rid of a few of those errors.